So thank you.
And just mention traffic, yeah, there may be some. Okay, there may be some, traffic closures or whatever to get some equipment in. I would recommend is if people could avoid, the area and not drive through the area if possible, because there are some road closures, and we don't know how long those road closures are gonna continue. Thank you.
I'd just like to add, the mutual aid companies that are here are the City of Yonkers, City of New Rochelle, Scarsdale, Greenville Fire Department, Hartsdale Fire Department, Fairview Fire Department, and they're all here assisting on mutual aid with all their experts. Thank you.
We'll just take a couple of questions, and then they have to really get back to the work at hand. Okay.
Alice with WCBS. Just curious, the calls that came in, did people hear this collapse, see this collapse? Like how?
The calls came in, we had multiple calls that came in. There was actually a person on the floor, had just actually was walking around the floor and saw the collapse. And he was the first person I called. But then people heard the noise and everything else, and we started receiving multiple calls.
Commissioner, you mentioned this is a privately owned garage, there's a process before these vehicles can be taken out. How long is this process going to take? Because you mentioned there needs to be some paperwork involved.
Well,
It's not,
I'm
it's
sorry.
just shoring up the garage.
Not so much paperwork, but just safety issues. So we're optimistic. We could start before the end of the day, but it really does depend on the assessment of the engineers. So is it possible that this may be lengthy, and maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day? We're certainly not going to let anybody go back in there for any reason, you know, until we're sure it's safe. But, you know, the movement, we'd like to be empathetic that people need their cars at the same time, but that's secondary to overall safety.
Chief Mary Salgado.
Excuse me, we're gonna have one last question, and
Mary Corbin, Fox 5. Just to confirm, so right now there's zero risk of the rest of the garage collapsing?
No, we can't say that.
You want me to, again, this happened at 9 o'clock. It is 12:30, somewhere around that. So since then, there's been a lot of shoring up, meaning the crews that are out there are physically stabilizing the affected area and then maybe working their way out. So I am not a professional, but the chance of further collapse, I believe, is minimal.
Ingrid, I got a
so
question.
this is an ongoing investigation, so we really want them to get back to the work at hand, because this is, you know, a serious situation. So we thank you all for your time
Ingrid, I got a
here.
question. You know, we just came a long way. I'll be real
Yeah.
quick. Two questions. One, Commissioner, for you, and Chief Castelli, one for you. If you don't want, if you're concerned about cars coming out, you're obviously concerned about cars going in. So what instructions, if any, have been given to management and the many people who work in this building who would normally park there tomorrow morning? Are they free to go in there? And if not, where are they gonna park?
What we're going to do, again, is we are not going to let any people in that structure. We have an engineer on the way. Those engineers will be the experts. Right now, the fire departments are shoring up the areas that they believe need to be shored up. And then after that, we'll make a determination.
Okay, thank you.
So,
And this
Chief,
is
go
what,
ahead.
this is what we're gonna do.
So no one's going in tomorrow.
Okay, so
Chief,
could I-
Chief,
may
this
may
happened
we,
at 9:08.
may,
How blessed
excuse
are you,
me,
Chief,
excuse
to
me,
say?
excuse
Hang on,
me.
Ingrid, this is a personal
I
question.
know,
for the
I
Chief.
know.
So let him answer
Why
it,
don't you
because
send, if you send the questions to me, I'll have them
This
answered
is
and
much
send them
easier.
to
Chief,
you.
this happened at
I-
9:08. Are you counting your blessings that there are no injuries
Of
and
course
nobody
we
was
are.
hurt here at a time when people are coming into work?
Of
Can you
course.
just share with me what's running through your heart when you consider that this really could have been something much more tragic, and in fact it wasn't?
Well, we are blessed that it wasn't something more tragic. If it was at 8:30 in the morning, who knows what would have happened when people were coming into work. So we're blessed that there really wasn't anybody inside the garage. Everybody was parked and stationed when the collapse happened.
And there's your
Okay.
soundbite.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you all for your time and for being here. We appreciate it, and for your patience. Thank you.
This has been breaking news.
If you get run down and then you feel tired all the time and then feel guilty about that, keep this quote in mind. It says, "Your lack of energy isn't laziness, you are over your bandwidth." When I read that, I felt so much better.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you're like, oh, I have no energy, but that's okay.
Yeah. And I'll tell you,